Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann Resonance Report for Friday, September 26th, I think. Yes, it's the 26th. I was a little discombobulated today because of what happened yesterday. Here is our graph, friends. This big white energy was going strong until about 10 p.m. Central Time yesterday. And at the same time, we also had intense release energy coming up on the Italian graph. So we were getting like dialed up to 10, both receiving and releasing for quite a while, like 24 hours, something like that. It was a very long time. This was the Italian graph last night, right before I laid down, as you can see, blasting us away. This is a closer up view of our graph. So this is 10 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You can see this line that sort of ends the new energy. We have a little bit of a break, and then it picks up again at about 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. Central, and it looks like it's mostly done, but who's to say for sure? This morning, our Italian graph looks much more calm. The last 6 hours have been relatively calm with just one little push of release here. So that's good news. Again, I don't know how long that will last, but there it is. Our ionosphere is still in a state of recovery after the solar winds were super strong. Because the ionosphere is in this state, what that means is everything is going to be intensified on top of the fact that the energy was like turned up to 10 for us. So it's going to be energy, you know what I'm saying? And how it affects you depends a lot on you and where you are and where your brain pattern is. But just to give you a heads up. For me, yesterday, I was actually down with what I can only describe as Ascension flu. Out of nowhere, I suddenly felt like I had the worst flu on the planet, and I was down for hours, like felt terrible, like couldn't even get out of bed terrible. And then all of a sudden, gone. Just out of nowhere gone. I did have a point in the middle of the day where I felt a little bit better. I got up, I walked around, I actually saw a few clients and felt better seeing the clients, which is why I saw them, because when I am channeling, I feel better because I'm borrowing energy. But right after that, I went right back to bed. So, Ascension flu for me is not common, but when we are getting such intense energy like this, it is something that happens to me. This is a sudden sickness that comes out of nowhere, disappears unexpectedly, has very odd symptoms combined together, and typically it's an indication of big movements in your energetic process or your base energy. The idea of you're releasing a lot in your system. Well, energy has to go somewhere. It gets into your body thinks you have a virus, and it starts having all these reactions, because that's where your symptoms come from, friends. Is your body's reaction producing the mucus or the headache or the fever, thinking it's trying to get rid of an intruder, right? I do feel much better today, I'm happy to report, and I hope you are as well. The GCP this morning is green. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me saying there was a lot of red on the GCP yesterday. I did not check it, but I do not doubt that. As much as going on in the world right now, I don't doubt that at all. Now, with big white energy, aside from the ascension sickness I had this time, typically it makes me feel very energetic. I have a lot of ideas. I feel like I want to start a bunch of projects. My body feels like it's physically like tingly, vibraty. It's hard to explain. The ringing in my ears turns up a notch, and my clairs tend to hit the roof. But again, everybody reacts differently. This energy is most associated with the theta brainwave state. If you are not in a theta wave state or close to a theta wave state, which is commonly associated with meditation, then it's hard for the energy to integrate at that time. It's not like you lose it. It sort of forms a pocket around you until you are closer to that, and then it will start to integrate itself. This can give you a sense of anxiety, though, because the difference between your base frequency and the pocket of energy is different. And so it's like a blister rubbing on the back of your foot from a shoe. It can be a little bit irritating and cause you a little bit of anxiety. I tell every client, if you start to experience that, if you can go into some sort of meditation to try to draw that inward, it will help to alleviate that anxiety for you. I feel like that was a lot of information. All right, here's our cards for today. My guides are saying, as we start to find ourselves individually and collectively in a better state of alignment and seeing things through the new lens of the new paradigm, whatever that looks like to you. That could be a new opportunity or whatever it is. They're asking us to continue to make those informed decisions that are guided by our higher selves, having better judgment about where we seek our truths from, and keeping steady as we discover the truths that work for us. That means don't get talked out of what you know is right for you. So again, my guides are saying, as we find ourselves individually and collectively in a better state of alignment and seeing things through the new paradigm, my guides are asking us to please make better decisions using our higher selves to make better judgment and see the truth of situation, and then stick to what we know is the truth of the situation, regardless of what person or entity or whoever is trying to convince us that it's not true. You're being asked to trust yourself, basically. So, do it. It is going to be an absolutely gorgeous day here in Illinois. I'm very excited. It's going to be like 80 degrees. I cannot wait. Are you ready to get started with your day? Because I am. All right, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and just remind yourself that today is a beautiful day. It's Friday. It's the weekend, friend. You made it. You did it. And you can make today as fun as you want it to. Make it an adventure. Challenge yourself. But invent plot twists for each thing that redirects you in your day. Instead of saying it went wrong, say plot twist. I must find a new printer. But just remember that today is a great day, friends. It's a great day.